And the prime motivations for underground research and hacking used to be dominated by curiosity and self-education. For example, early instances of hacking were carried out often by young people, maybe in their teens, who were driven by curiosity, and they want to gain kudos from their peers. Say, look at me, I'm so smart, I can hack the system. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist these days, but majority of the cybercrime that we are seeing is actually financially motivated today. And also fame-seeking as well. But what about now? As I was saying, financial gain actually lay at the heart of most cybercrime today. I mean, right now we actually have serious and well-resourced criminals with business plans to steal both your data, your personal data, such as your Facebook login credentials, your internet banking login credentials. Why? Because they can steal money from your account, or they can actually sell your credentials to someone else. So most of our cybercrime today are actually done with the purpose of gaining illicit financial gains. And also revenge. This motivation has been around for a long time, and it will continue to be a motivation for individuals, such as disgruntled employees, who use weaknesses within the IT systems of either their current company or their previous company. They work for to cause damage to former employers or your former colleagues. So as business continues to be more dependent on ICT, attacks on system will represent an important way of taking revenge against whoever you dislike in the company. And politically motivated criminals is not going to go away. For example, earlier last month, I'm not sure if someone have read the news that the websites of several government agencies were hacked, were defaced. So that's actually one example of a politically motivated cyber criminal. And also, there's issue motivated as well, such as terrorists, who actually make use of internet to radicalize individuals, normal citizens. And of course, beside all these, there are other criminal motivations, such as the lady pointed out, in the case of online child sexual exploitation, there's criminal intent. Okay, let's do a little exercise, shall we? What do you think is the main motivation behind these criminal activities? For example, in the first case, fraud against individuals, governments, or business. Who say the main motivation is curiosity? Please raise your hand. No? Fame-seeking? No? Trying to get a job? Financial gain? Yes, good. What about seeking revenge? Possibly, yes, insider? Yes. What about politically or criminally motivated? Maybe not? Okay. What about the next category? Designing or installing malware onto your computer. Curiosity? Yes, possibly, yes. Fame-seeking? Okay. Financial gain? Yes. And also seeking revenge and so on. I shall not go through a list. Okay. And again, most of you are right in what motivates cyber criminal in each of these activities. Depending on the context, motivations can range from financially motivated to politically motivated, or to revenge by employees and or vendors. And also the criminal exploitation in the case of online child sex exploitation. Cybercriminality is not a monolithic threat, and as we have seen in the earlier slide, there's a broad range of cybercriminal activities and also motivations. We can broadly categorize organized groups that actually make use of ICT to facilitate, enhance, or commit criminal activities into three groups. The first is traditional organized crime groups such as mafia, who actually make use of ICT to enhance their transnational criminal activities. Second group is organized cyber criminal groups, which operate only online, in the online environment, such as hackers. And last but not least, organized groups of issue and politically motivated individuals who make use of ICT to facilitate their criminal conduct, terrorists, for example. The first group. This group have been known to carry out extortion from online gambling and pornographic websites by threatening to carry out denial of service attacks using botnets. But hold on, we are talking about traditional organized crime groups here. They are not known to be technically savvy. Do you think they are able to do this? They may not be able to do it by themselves, but they are actually talented IT professionals and also professional hackers out there that can be employed by organized crime groups to actually carry out these tasks. Because they're actually professional hackers, they can actually go out to employ, say, look, I want to bring down this website, can you just do it for me for a fee? Yep. So they actually outsource. Yep. And in countries, I mean, is this surprising? Maybe not, especially in countries such as Russia and Eastern Europe, where there's a lack of economic and employment opportunities. Many individuals, many highly educated individuals with advanced computing and programming skills are actually being forced to work in the cyber underground because to them it's just another job. And in addition, insiders can also be compromised by organized crime groups to steal valuable information, including patents and software and privileged corporate information. One of the study, I'm not sure how many of you have come across this before, but it's quite interesting. That's actually done by McAfee. It actually suggests that data thefts by insiders tend to have a greater impact. Why? Because they know your system, they know where to look for, they know what data you have, they know where to look. And that's why they actually pose a greater financial risk, whether to business or to government agencies. Organized cyber criminal groups. We should not confuse the first group with the second. Because, I mean, okay, one thing is there are many differences. One of the differences is the structure of organized cyber criminal group is likely to incorporate an organization structure in which individuals, members work together for a limited period of time. It can be from days to weeks to months, hardly years, to carry out a specific task or a set of tasks, for example, hacking into, say, defense website or some government agency's website. And once they have succeeded, they go their separate ways. And organized cybercrime groups are more likely to be loosely structured and flexible, transnational in the sense that all of us need not be in Australia at the same time. I can be in Australia working with my partner from Italy, US, China, and so on. And such groups tend to have smaller membership sizes. In cyberspace, in cybercrime, the strength is not in the number of people involved. It's actually in the software that you use and the technical skills of individual hackers. I mean, one hacker might be stronger than 10 hackers combined, depending on the hacker itself. And of course, more brains can be helpful in some cases, but it's important to remember that in cyberspace, physical strength is not the most important. It's actually the technical skill. And there have been some suggestions that the structure of the very developed Eastern European organized cyber criminal groups can be rather similar to traditional organized crime in the sense that they're actually quite structured, where they have installation of layers where the bottom layer doesn't know the top layer. But this is only for the very developed Eastern European cyber criminal groups that we are talking about. Most of the cases, they are quite different. One question, do you think traditional organized crime groups will learn from their cyber counterparts? In the sense that, for example, organized cyber criminal groups, they tend to have a very loosely structured, very lean structure. Traditional organized crime tend to be more structured, tend to be have more manpower. Do you think they will learn from their cyber counterpart? Possibly. For example, this is a newspaper that appears in Daily Telegraph in February this year. According to this newspaper article, for those who can't see at the back, a new breed of tactically savvy Asian organized crime boss are no longer the structured tribe gangs as we have seen in Hong Kong or Hollywood movies. In the sense that these crime boss actually recruit individuals often across racial divide. It used to be a case for Asian organized crime. All the members are from within the same country or within the same region. But in this particular example, they were saying that Asian organized crime now actually recruit Australian, Middle Easterns, and other race. Individuals of other race, for once-off drug operation before disbanding the group. Remember earlier I was actually talking about the structure of organized cyber criminal group. Now they are starting to look a bit similar to traditional organized crime. They have learned from each other. Is that surprising? Well, maybe not. Because these criminals are in for the profit, so they will do whatever it takes to earn money.